what is going on, guys? This is the 4thGenGamer here over on the Pokemon Fab 5, bringing you guys a brand new installment of the top 5, bottom 5 series that I have here. If you guys know what this is all about, go check out the playlist link down below and you guys will get a better idea of what we're going to be doing. We go through every single type, and today we're going to be doing the rock type, as you can see, and we did water and poison the last 2 times, and you guys really showed a lot of support on that, and I thank you guys very much. You guys left your top 5 and bottom 5 for each of those, and I want you guys to do the same with this one. And as well as any other one that I do, is based off of a variety of reasons, whether it's their design, their movesets, their stats, their shiny form, anything. It's all taken into account here, and, you know, like I said, it varies person to person, so our opinions will differ. Go ahead and leave your own top 5 and bottom 5 rock types down in the comment section below. So with that being said, we're going to start at number 5, and before I do that, I would like to say that I actually am looking at the rock types, and even though, like, I feel like a lot of people don't give the rock types a lot of respect, like, there are a lot of freaking awesome rock types when you look at them, and there's really very few bad ones, so this bottom 5 was very tough to choose. But anyway, guys, we're going to start at, like I said, bottom 5, and number 5, we do have Bonsly, and personally, I think Bonsly is a pretty cool Pokemon, but there are a couple reasons why I don't like it. First of all, when it evolves into Sudowoodo is kind of like an annoying Pokemon. It's like blocking you and Johto, and I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, Sudowoodo is like 410 base stat. The thing is, Bonsly sucks, and usually Pokemon that suck, or most of the time, they evolve into a Pokemon that's like worthy to have on your team. Sudowoodo is 410 base stat. That's like, I think that's like lower than most like mid-starter evolutions like Monferno and Wartortle and all those starters. Like, they're around that base stat total. Like, Sudowoodo is shit, really. And when you have a Bonsly, you're thinking you're gonna get something good, but really, don't fall for it. Bonsly does not get much better. It kind of sucks. It really does suck, and then when it evolves, it does not get any better really at all. I don't have Sudowoodo because, you know, Sudowoodo is kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know though, Bonsly, it's kind of cool in XD, you know, it's in a 3rd gen spin-off game before, you know, it's released in 4th gen. But at the same time, when you evolve it, it's like, it really doesn't get much better. It's like, maybe Bonsly sucks, but I mean, base stats it gets a lot better, but it still sucks. 410? Come on now. Come on. I'm not a big person with just throwing numbers out there, but that is just a low number. I mean, Sudowoodo has some pretty good defense, but I don't know. I just don't feel it. I don't feel Sudowoodo. When you have a Bonsly that sucks, it's really not worth it. So, anyway, we're going on to number 4, and I do have Roggenrola. Now, Roggenrola is one of those Pokemon, yes, this time it actually evolves into a Pokemon that's like worth having, a Gigalith, which is pretty awesome. But I do have some bad memories of Roggenrola. Roggenrola just is an annoying Pokemon that kind of like just blocks you off, kind of like Sudowoodo almost. And in Unova, I think there's like a cave or something. You have to battle this guy, and just all the Roggenrolas. Maybe it was just because I did Volt White 2 and Blaze Black, and maybe I just faced a lot of Roggenrolas with Sturdy. But holy shit, there were so many Roggenrolas with Sturdy that I faced in Unova. I felt like it was like every other battle. Not literally, but geez, like, you try and kill it, and you're just wasting PP like left and right. It's just, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have like 5 Roggenrolas, and they're all gonna have Sturdy, so you have to use like 10 moves to defeat them. Like, they're easy to defeat, just Sturdy just makes it so much more annoying. It's just an annoying Pokemon. It sucks. Luckily, it does evolve into a Pokemon that's good and has a pretty cool shiny as well. But Roggenrola is just kind of like a troll with that Sturdy. It's just, oh man, I know that there are some other rock type Pokemon that do have Sturdy, but Roggenrola is the one that like is the most trollish with it. Like, I believe like Rhydon and Rhyhorn, or don't quote me on it, but I think, you know, some of those other Pokemon, they do have Sturdy, but it's not as annoying. Like, you don't see them every single battle, it feels like. I don't know, maybe it's just that Durano hack that I, you know, the fact that I did 2 of those in a row, that I'm just, you know, plagued by that. But anyway, that is my bottom number 4. Going on to number 3, we have another repeat offender from the water type, right? Yeah, it was water, yeah. It is Corsola, and Corsola is, I'll keep it kind of brief. It's kind of just irrelevant. I mean, Pokemon are irrelevant. Like, that's like one of the reasons, you know, design is one of the top reasons for me, for my top list. For bottom list, irrelevance is like the epitome of why I pick some of these Pokemon. Like, just, oh man. Corsola, first of all, who the fuck uses a Corsola? And just, it sucks. Nothing is significant about it at all besides its suckiness. There's nothing good about it. There's really nothing that makes it stick out. It's water rock. Like, what's so cool about that? There are other water rock Pokemon out there. Really, that's about it. If you want to hear a little more reason, go to the water top 5, bottom 5, but I don't want to go on too long with that. So, going on to the next one, however, we do have, in the bottom number 2 slot, Nosepass. Now we're getting to the really shitty Pokemon. As we go higher in the list, we go down to number 1. Number 1's like the worst, in my opinion. We have Nosepass at number 2, and... oh, man. It's a nose. Hello? It's a nose. It is a nose, and then evolves into a huge nose with a big mustache, which that's actually kind of funny. But just Nosepass is kind of just like, I'm a nose. You can't evolve me in 3rd gen, so I'm even worse. And that is why Nosepass is just so shit, because it's just, it's bad. Like, luckily you can evolve it into a Probopass, which makes it a little bit better. That's why it's kind of tough to make this list, because a lot of the shitty Pokemon, they evolve into something good, like, you know. Oh, man. Nosepass. It's a nose. I'm sorry, some Pokemon I don't have that great reasoning for. Like Trubbish last week, I said it was a trash bag, and I stood looking at the screen for 10 seconds like, all I have to say about this is that it's a trash bag. All I have to say about Nosepass is that it's a fucking nose. You know why? Because it's a nose. That is the highlight of it. It is a nose. That's it. It's a nose. Going on to number 1, though. We do have Geodude. Geodude is one of those Pokemon. It's kind of like side by side with Zubat and Tentacool, with the Pokemon that you continuously see. Geodude is not as bad, though. That's why it's kind of tough to make this list. It evolves into a Golem, eventually. You know, after you had Graveler. And Golem's pretty sweet. But Geodude is still just, it's like, it's still kind of like on that level of just trollishness. And I will say, it was so tough to make this list. I was looking through a lot of the Pokemon, I'm like, wow, I actually really like a lot of these Pokemon. When you look at the Rock type list, you like a lot more than you think. But Geodude's just one of those Pokemon, it's just kind of like, you know, you try and get it at the beginning of the game, you're like, oh yeah, Geodude, yeah, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing because it's my first time playing Pokemon, and then all of a sudden you realize that sucks. And then, of course, Graveler's a bitch with, you know, self-destructing explosion, that kind of makes it even worse. But, Geodude's just not, like, Geodude's just kind of like that epitome of just suckiness. It's just like, it's known for being just sucky, like, Geodude, Zubat, those are the first 2 Pokemon you think of, because they're the original worst Pokemon, really. It's Geodude, Zubat, and Magikarp. Those were, like, the first 3 types that we had in this top 5, bottom 5 series, really. And you know, they're all the originals. Those are the ones that you think of, especially when you're in the caves. What do you find? You find Zubats the most, and then you find Geodudes. And Geodudes are fucking annoying. But, hey, you know what? I'll give it to you. Graveler's a bitch, but hey, you know what, Golem's decent. I haven't used it before. I should, but I can deal with it. So, anyway, going on to the top 5 list now. Hopefully you guys did like my bottom 5. Leave your own, like I said, in the comment section below, and let us know why as well. I like when you guys leave the reasoning. It's awesome. But we have, in the top 5 list, number 5, we do have Rhyperior. Now, Rhyperior is one of those Pokemon. Sinnoh, they added, like, all those extra evolutions or whatever. Probopass was one of them, one of the rock types. And another one of them was Rhyperior. Now, Rhyperior is a really cool Pokemon. I love it. I think the design is badass, considering like they really could have messed a lot of them up. Like, Probopass is just taking, like in Photoshop, taking pretty much Nosepass and just enlarging it, and then just, you know, getting the little pencil tool and just drawing in a little mustache. With Rhyperior, they like just really bulked this Pokemon out. Just looking at the design, I love it. That's like the main reason why I like it. However, in battle, I think I've used it once. I think it's like UU or NU. I forget which tier it was at, but I just remember it being pretty good. You know, just teach it the physical moves. You know, you got Earthquake, you got Stone Edge, just your normal bread and butter. You know, and you know, it's a cool Pokemon. I have used it before, not a lot, but I have used it. I haven't regretted it ever. I will say that. Just as long as it doesn't get hit by like a Surf or a Water type move, you're actually looking pretty good. And that's, yeah, Rhyperior is just a really cool Pokemon. I love the design of it, and I just always loved the evolutions that Sinnoh added. In 4th gen, like the Glade, Frostlass, Mamoswine, Electivire, all those Pokemon are really awesome. But anyway, before I go on to number 4, I don't know if you guys realize, but my throat is a little bit raspy. I used to have a little bit of a sore throat, so sorry about that. But nothing crazy, nothing to ruin the video. We do have number 4 though. We have Agron. Forgot my list for a second. We have Agron. Now Agron, you're gonna see his theme going down. You know, this top 5. It actually has a Mega Evolution though. This Mega Evolution does not have the Rock type in it, but hey, you know, its base form is a Rock type. Secondary type, that is going to be the Rock type. And I honestly just, Agron, first of all, it looks badass. I know That's a lot of my reasoning. It just looks so fucking cool. I have used it a few times, and whenever it hits, it hits hard. You throw down, what fucking can I learn? Iron Tail maybe? Just whatever you throw out there. It's been a long time since I've used it, that's the thing. It will wreck. Now, I've used Mega Agron, it has disappointed me, but I think it's cool that it did get a Mega form. At least they made an effort to give it a Mega. It's not the Rock type. It's not the Rock type. It's just Steel, which I think maybe helped it a little bit. It helped it in ways. But also, you know, now it has a weakness to fire, which kind of sucks. But it's a tank, though. That is the thing with Agron and Mega Agron. I won't emphasize the Mega so much because it's not Rock, but Agron is just a tank. Not so much especially, but physically this thing just is, it's like literally a tank. No, it's not exactly, but you know what I'm saying. This thing can just tank so many hits, and it's just an awesome Pokemon. Really cool. It takes a long time to get leveled up to, but it is an awesome Pokemon. Try and use it one time. It's not going to blow you away, but it's a really cool Pokemon, and you won't regret having it. So anyway, going on to number 3, we do have Aerodactyl. Now, Aerodactyl, another Pokemon that got a Mega, really awesome, okay? This is the reason why, well, most of the reason why it is in my top 5, because the Mega is so cool. Probably be at like number 5 maybe if it didn't, but I just think it's really cool. They kind of just really made a lot more intimidating of a Pokemon. It does have the ability to intimidate, I fucking forget, but it's it's kind of funny, but it's just a really cool Pokemon. Its Mega just looks awesome, and it can wreck too. Just haven't used it before. I'm saying that too much, but I need to build some more Showdown teams using it. Actually, I have used it like once. I used it in like 1 or 2 battles though, and it really does wreck. It can't take hits that well, but it is a really awesome Pokemon. If you know, even if you're using it in a normal game, you can throw the fangs on it. You can do whatever you want with it. It's a really versatile Pokemon. Just with any of the Rock type, really, for the most part, I mean, it can't really tank Surf that well. That's like the one move that I think of. I think of Rock types, I just think of like Surf and wrecking. You know why? Because I think of me on the other side of the battle with an Empoleon or a Swampert or some other shit, wrecking with Surf. Which makes me tough to make this list at the same time. But, Aerodactyl is a really awesome Pokemon. Try and use it one time. I want to use it one time as well. It's just kind of tough to get in, you know, in a game, which is why I haven't used it too much. Yeah, that's probably why, actually. And I never really thought about using it in Showdown. That's another reason. But I have used it like once. And it's a cool Pokemon. I love it. I wish that I would be able to use it more, so I have a little more experience with it. But that's about it for my number 3. Going on to number 2, I do have Tyranitar. Now, Tyranitar, how can you not say Tyranitar without, like, just, I don't know how I didn't just do that, but, like, emphasizing it, just Tyranitar, just, Tyranitar is a beast. Like, it's a T-Rex. It's a T-Rex. It's a rock dragon type. It's just so cool. But, hey, you know what? Stay away from Dazzling Gleam, please. And you can wreck this thing. This is one of those Pokemon that you can definitely use in-game, and you can get it pretty quickly. Not like the other games. Sometimes the fossils take a long time to get. But Tyranitar, you can get, and it will be awesome for you. Just throw down Crunch, because it has the Strong Jaw. Was that's the ability, right? Yeah, but it boosts all the fangs and all the bites and everything, and it will be the other side's worst opponent. If they don't, enemy. Opponent? Enemy? Yeah. It will be their worst nightmare. Seriously. Just, really? Especially in X and Y. I know that, you know, you're OP with the XP share, but this thing can just wreck everything that it sees. Really, just stay away from Dazzling Gleam. If they don't know Dazzling Gleam, then you are all good to go. You can wreck a Mega Gengar if you wanted to. Crunch from Tyranitar, as long as you can outspeed, as long as your Gengar doesn't have a Dazzling Gleam, which it might. It might. But you can wreck. You can wreck with the Tyranitar. It's awesome. I love that they made a T-Rex Pokemon. It might not win any awards competitively, but when you're running through any game just normally, even without the XP share, if you're doing a Wonderlock, let's say, and you get a Tyranitar, you should be happy. Let's go with that. Awesome stuff. So now, in the number 1 slot, now this Pokemon's just great all around. Gotta have all around greatness here. We do have Tyranitar. Tyranitar, T-Tar. I know Just Play Pokemon loves Tyranitar. He's a huge fan. Tyranitar is just a beast. I'm not just going to say that, though, because it has a Mega, and it's also a beast. And I wish I could use it in-game a little more. No, but really, I remember it was in, like, the free-for-all. He runs, like, a bunch of fangs on him, and you can just... Very versatile Pokemon. You can do whatever you want with it, really. As in movesets I'm talking about, but it can really destroy in battle, and... I wish I could use it. A lot of these Rock-type Pokemon, I don't use them. It's just, like, I use Tyranitar, but, like, I just don't say Oh, here's a Larvitar. Let me pick up a Larvitar just because I've never run into a fucking Larvitar. I need to make an extra effort to use that in the future. But I haven't used that before, like shit, you know? But at the same time, Tyranitar is just like a beast. When you think of rock-type Pokemon and you look at like the best of the best, like nothing comes close to Tyranitar. Okay, design-wise, okay, yeah, Tyranitar can just slide in front there. But when you just look at the list of all the rock types, you're like, okay, cool, 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 cool. Holy shit, Tyranitar, Tyranitar. Holy shit, it's Tyranitar, and you forget that Tyranitar is partly rock type, and it's primarily rock type actually, and it takes advantage of that rock type and just says, you know what, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna be a beast. I know that some of these other rock type Pokemon aren't the best, but you know what, I'm gonna take that and I'm going to embrace it. I'm gonna be the best. And it is the best. It looks badass. It can wreck anything it sees, especially its Mega Form. It's a pseudo legend. It is a pseudo legend. Keep that in mind. Now you have 700 base stat total with the Mega Evolution. You gotta be kidding me. Just go wreck everything. Go kill everything that you see. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Yeah. Mega Tyranitar. Beast mode. Amazing. I do like the Mega Evolutions that they did add to a lot of these rock types. Well, Agron, now it's a Steel type. You know, you get what I'm saying though. But anyway, guys. That's awesome. I think that they really did make the rock type a little bit more respectable. Don't sleep on the rock type though. I want to use rock types a little bit more going down the line, because when I started looking through the list to, you know, all the rock type Pokemon to make this list, I realized, you know, this rock types can wreck. And I feel like I've been not blinded by that, but that's really kept me from using a lot of rock types, because they can wreck bug flying types. They can wreck flying types, ice types, fire types. I mean, really, don't sleep on rock types in general. There are a lot of awesome rock types, even though it may start out as a Geodude, starts off as a Rhyhorn, starts off as some Pokemon that you don't want to use. It will be a beast. That happens like 80% of the time, 90% of the time with rock types, and don't sleep on them. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you do leave a like and leave your own top 5, bottom 5 rock types down in the comment section below. And I think that's about it for me, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy my list. It was tough to make because a lot of rock type Pokemon I don't love, and a lot of them I don't really hate. They're just kind of like an average type for me. So some of these are going to be tough to make. But hey, you know, I ended up making a list, and I got it together. I'm using a random number generator to decide each type, you know, each type that I do each episode. So next episode, we'll find out what we're doing by the random number generator and all that awesome stuff. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. This is The 4thGenGamer, and I'm out. Peace.